So Python 3.9 now have a inbuilt library called Zoneinfo. Now why this is an important update? The main reason is now we can gather time of all different countries with a specific time zone. So there are several time zones. For Canada, I think there are 4 different time zones. Then for US there is different time zone. Then for Europe there is different time zone. So this is pretty important when you are working on a time specific project. So if I need to print my time right now, all I have to do is I can use import datetime. Now if I need to print my time, I can directly use this datetime module, then datetime class, and then .now method. So here if I just store this here, this is datetime module, then class, and then now. Now here if I print this one, which is my now right now, I can get my time, that is related to according to my time zone, I can get my time. So this is the current time. Now here if I need the current time for US or maybe the current time of Europe and maybe with different time zones, it is going to be difficult according to the right now, the exact right now time. So what we now have is Zoneinfo. Let me remove this printout for now and talk about this Zoneinfo. So earlier, to do something like this, we have to install a different library. Most common one is PyTZ, that is Python time zone. But now this is inbuilt, which is Zoneinfo, and it has different methods. So let me talk about the first one, which is Zoneinfo itself. So here I'm going to store my time zone 1. I'm going to use this Zoneinfo, which is my module. And then inside this, we have a class, which is Zoneinfo. And here I can define a specific time zone. Now there can be time zone for US or maybe Europe or any other. But here the main aim was to discuss about these time zone. How I am getting these time zone. Are they already saved or there is any database, or we can download different time zone according to our requirement. At this point of time, we have to download a database about these time zone. So if I simply take this without any input and if I try to print this one, let me see what type of result I am going to get. Here you see they require a time zone. And for that, if I try to pass any time zone right now, maybe Europe, London. If I try to run this one, I'm going to get an error again. Now this error is that I don't have any time zone like this because we don't have this data. So for that we need to install TZ data, that is time zone data. Now here we are using a specific time zone that is about Europe, London. Now there are more than 500 time zones in this world. Now to handle this curated data, there is a company that is IANA, Internet Assigned Numbers Authority, and that authority has created a database about these different time zones. And we need to install that. Here this TZ data, that is time zone data, is that particular database. We need to install that. And if I jump onto the documentation right now, you see more information about this. So this IANA time zone database can now be used with our Zoneinfo module. Now if I jump here, first I need to get that database. So I need to install that. All you have to do is pip install TZ data. Now here if you are using multiple versions, there will be different command. But if you are using a single version of Python, that is 3.9, all you have to do is pip install TZ data. Let me install that database. Now once that is done, I can run this file. So all I have to do is use py and then my native file. And here you can see I am currently working with this. Now I need to get time zone. This is just the info. This was just the info. I need to get the time zone. Now to get the time zone, all I have to do is just pass this time zone here with my now. So let me get this. So time zone for Europe. And here I need to pass this information. That's it. So if I print this one, you can see now I have the information about the Europe time zone. I have this important information of which time zone they are following, also their current time. Now I can do this with different other countries, and this is something really important. Maybe I want to check with US specific. So I can use US and then my Pacific. And if I run this one, you can see I'm getting information about it. So this works pretty well, and all you have to do is utilize the database, which is IANA database, and you have to use this Zoneinfo. Here we have Zoneinfo, then we have defined which zone we are working with, and then we can use our normal date time method. And to be honest, you cannot understand this directly. You will get about this more in detail once you start working with it. These changes are for specific use cases. You cannot remember them, you don't have to memorize them, to be honest. You are just aware about this. In future, if you want to maybe use this Zoneinfo, just Google it, you will get more examples, you will get more info. And even you will get more info here also. And I guess that's all the changes that you have to know about Python 3.9. I'm once again repeating this point again and again, that for each change you can just visit the documentation and have a quick read. You don't have to memorize these changes. Even if you're a beginner, you can skip these changes without any worry. These changes are for specific use cases or they are quite advanced. As a beginner, you might not even use them. I've added them just to make sure you are aware about it, because these changes are new. If you are just giving interview, there are chances they may discuss about it. That's it. So I hope you understand about this. Thank you for following, and I see you guys in the next one.